Alright vlog, I'm back, and right now I'm actually about to cut my hair. I need like a touch up. I cut my hair like every 2 weeks. I previously showed y'all like a before and after, but I'm just gonna like talk to y'all while I cut my hair. I'm gonna try something new. Hopefully I don't mess up, which I've been doing good all the past times I've been cutting my hair. I haven't been messing up, and I just like take my time. I remember my first time actually me cutting my hair and like showing y'all. It took about like 3 hours because I did not want to mess up, so I just took my time with everything. But yeah, we're gonna get to it. Um, this is my mirror that I use, and it's nice. They got like a light on it too, and then you can like make it brighter or make it dimmer, but I just like keep it on bright. Yeah, it might be a show good. Okay, yeah. So, I'm thinking about what to talk about while I'm cutting my hair. Before I cut and after I cut my hair, I just clean my clippers. Of course, it's sanitary. Even though it's just me, I intend on using these clippers on. I just still do it. And then this also like lubricates the clippers too. Here's what it is. It's called Andis. See, it's gonna focus. It's gonna glare because of the color, but I can read it to y'all. So the brand is Andis Cool Care Plus for clipper blades, 5-in-1. So it's like a coolant to help prevent the clippers getting hot when you use them, which I never had that problem before with clippers. Um, and then it has disinfectant, then lubricant, cleaner, and also help rust. It also prevent rust from forming and damaging your clippers. And then it also say that it kills COVID-19 virus on hard, non-porous surfaces. So it's actually pretty cool. So I just like to keep it on. They're wireless, of course. These clippers and my other blades that I have, there's a light on them to tell them, like, you know, if they have to get re-lubricated and when it dies and stuff, and then it shows the battery percentage like on the small like screen. My other ones are the same too. Yeah. Alright. So yeah, that's good. So I think I might talk about the DEP meeting that happened not too long ago. So the meeting was good. What we typically do at the meetings, we just talk with our recruiter and stuff, and then also try to see how far are we performing, like, you know, on the PT test and everything. So I've been doing good and everything. The meeting before the last meeting, that one was good too. I was able to have like a partner in there, like a workout buddy and stuff, and we just like, you know, stayed together and all that. And the last meeting, I actually did 90 push-ups within a minute there, which is actually pretty good. They changed the scores for certain workouts for the PT test. He did email it to us and stuff. I have to go back and check, but basically from what I'm told, I'm doing good, meaning above average and stuff. So yeah, last meeting I did 90 push-ups, and what they do whenever you first get in, you gotta weigh in and stuff and all that. They like to see your current weight and everything, and then after that, you do the PT. So I did my push-ups, and then my partner did his right after. And then I did 90 within a minute, and I think for sit-ups I ended up doing like 60 that day or something like that. And then after we ran and stuff, we do the 2 mile run and stuff after that. And then what is crazy is after we ran and stuff and all that, this one person threw up, and I felt bad for them. Like, I'm like, dang. And mind you, our recruiter said everything we do at the DEP meetings are optional as long as we show up. That's the most important thing to do. So Yeah, he threw up. But this past meeting that just happened, it was even crazier. So we're checking in and stuff. And mind you, the person, hold on, I'm trying to get like an outline, make sure I'm still gonna be good. But the person that threw up, he was in line to get weighed in. And mind you, he looked like, a fit person. He don't look like, he's out of shape at all. I think maybe something was just going on with him that day or something like that. But we're over here lining up, getting the weigh in and stuff. And then he got like three different like friends and stuff he was with. So while he was in line with the three friends, he's over here just talking about like how he used to be overweight and everything, and then talking about like you know what he did to lose the weight and how often he goes to the gym, and then he just started like bragging like about some other stuff too, which is cool that he ended up losing weight because it's like a very it's a very it's a very good thing basically. But then he ended up talking about, oh, better I can play football better than everybody like over here and stuff and all that. And then I'm not gonna lie, I decided to take like a little dig because it was starting to get to me a little bit. And then what I said was, wait, if you're the best, player at football and stuff, when did you have to get through the running part first without throwing up? And then his friends and stuff was laughing after I said that, and he was like, shh, don't say that, just forget that happened and stuff and all that. But then after that, we began to do our PT test. And the push-ups go first, and then after it's the sit-ups. So I'm doing my push-ups and everything, right? So tell me how this time, instead of doing 90 push-ups within a minute, I did 100. And then there's like some military like people there also. I'm trying to make sure I get my line good. Oh, yeah, that's good. So yeah, it was military people there also, and then he was asking how many push-ups I did, and I told him 100, and he was impressed. He was like, "Wow." He's like, "If you keep going at this rate, whenever you get to basic training, you're gonna be something called like a PTO." And he told me everything what that was, and I'm like, "Oh wow, that's cool." So then when he got down the line, trying to see everybody else amount of push-ups that they did, y'all, I'm trying to see if I'm even in the back. I'm trying. Yeah, I'm good. Hold on. Am I even? Yep, I am. I'm good. My bad. I don't really talk about a cup right here. I try to try something new. But he went around, and then mind you, my coworker, she's actually going to the Air Force soon also, and this was actually her first meeting. So she was next to the guy that I told you earlier that threw up the other meeting, and then his three friends. So they were all doing their PT and stuff together. Then when the dude went to them and he showed them the sheet, they were seeing who did the most push-ups and stuff. Mind you, the last meeting before this one, I already did the most push-ups with 90 and stuff. And then when he told them I did 100, they're like, "Oh wow, there's no way he did 100 push-ups." And I mean, like, that's cap. Like, he's capping and stuff and all of that. And then they were saying like, some other stuff too. And then my coworker came to me and told me, what she said. I mean, what she heard and stuff. And mind you, the girl who she was doing her workouts with was also on my side and stuff. And they were talking to them, like, you know, defending me and stuff. It's like, I do push-ups every single day and stuff. I go to the gym also, mainly just focusing on PT, just because I'm like, that's really what they're gonna have you doing, like, you know, in the Air Force anyway. And then every now and then I'll just go outside to the track and run also. And then we're talking all that ish. So I'm like, you know what? Just gonna let it go and stuff. Just gonna let it go. And after that, it was time to run. Mind you, the guy who I was working out with, he just came from work, so he didn't want to, like, you know, run. But he did, like, you know, the push-ups and sit-ups already. So we're running and stuff. The recruiter went easy on us. He said just run, like, you know, 5 laps or whatever today. So we're running. Normally I don't run outside with my music because I won't be able to have it in basic. But he told us we can listen to music this time, so I just decided to. And I work out with my Apple Watch, of course. So I just connect my AirPods to my Apple Watch and then start a workout on there. So whenever that happened, I'm just running and everything. And then I noticed something, well, no. I'm not gonna get to that part yet. Cut that. I'm running and stuff. They like to call me the smoker or whatever, just because, like, I'm always, like, ahead of, like, you know, the group whenever we run and stuff and all that. But this time I decided, like, you know, to go easier since we had to run more. And then where we run at, it's not like a track. Like, this is actually harder than the track. There's, like, terrain. You gotta run over, like, rocks. And then there's also, like, inclines and stuff you gotta run over. And then declines. So it affects, like, you know, your breathing, your pace, and, like, you know, your strides. So, I'm doing that. And then the 4 people and stuff, they were, like, you know, ahead of me and stuff and all that. And then I was at a point where, like, you know, I was ready to pass, and one of them were running dirty, shall I say. Like, no, it was actually 2 of them. They looked back, and then they seen where I was at, and they seen I was about to pass him. So he's trying to block me, like, running in front of me and stuff. I'm like, oh, wow, this is what we're doing. So I decided to run, like, in the grass, like, around them, so I'm able to, like, you know, pass them. And then, like, I just kept running, and before I knew it, I just, like, overlapped them. And I'm just running, listening to my music, minding my own business. That was, like, you know, the first lap when I passed them, and then I'm already, like, you know, on the second. So I would say probably, like, on my third or fourth lap, I noticed, like, you know, this weird, like, stain on the ground. And then I'm like, what is this? What's on the ground? And then after, like, you know, my 5th lap, I seen it again. I'm like, I think somebody threw up and stuff. I'm like, I don't know who threw up, but I saw it on the ground. And whenever I'm about to finish my 5th lap, I ran into those people again. And then this time, they decided to look back, and then when they see me, they wanted to run faster again, which I thought was stupid, because it's like, I already lapped y'all. I'm already, like, you know, ahead of y'all, but keep doing you. And whenever we got closer to the finish line, I decided just to, like, go, like, full force when I'm running. I decided just to sprint the rest of the way, just because, like, whenever you get close to the end of the run, it's like, you know, a lot of people there, and everybody was, like, you know, looking at me, and they were, like, you know, cheering and stuff. So, like, you know, it just woke up something in me, and I just, like, made it to the finish line anyways. So after I did that, the dude was trying to run faster, but apparently he was tired. And mind you, this was the same person who was like, being loud, talking about me doing more push-ups than them, basically being jealous. So after that occurred and stuff, I'm over here and stuff. Mind you, I'm tired. Like, I'm tired. I don't like to show the people that I'm tired. So I'm just like, then when I got behind the tree, I was like, trying to drink my water, just trying to calm down. And mind you, my coworker was like, man, that was intense. I'm like, yeah. And then she was like, man, you never believe what happened. She's like, that dude threw up. I'm like, I know I saw some vomit on the ground. I'm like, who did it? And then she was like, the dude that was talking all about you in the throne. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I'm like, the same person that's talking all that about me doing more push-ups than them, also being the same person that threw up the last meeting and stuff. I'm like, that's crazy. And mind you, that dude, I ain't hear him say nothing. He wasn't bragging about nothing. I might as well use this to cut my hair. Shoot. He wasn't saying, and he wasn't like, he was just quiet. I can tell he was just embarrassed and everything. And mind you, I somewhat felt bad for him, but at the same time, I was like, look, karma is a bitch. That's all I'm gonna say. And I didn't have to worry about that for the rest of the meeting. Our recruiter likes to meet up with us and talk to us about our process about our jobs, seeing if we have it yet. I still don't have my job ready yet. The thing that's affecting my job is this whole government shutdown that's happening. So what he told us is people that's already in the Air Force, they don't have to worry about missing a check and stuff at all. They don't have to worry about it because they still have some money. It's just the military, they can't get any new funding or get their stuff like renewed or something like that because of the shutdown. But our recruiter said he went through this is his third government shutdown that he went through, and he never missed a paycheck or whatever at all. But it might make it harder for people trying to join. So yeah, that was that. And then trying to see, where should I? Yeah, there we go. That was that. And dang, I'm trying to think about what else happened. I think that was all that occurred at the meeting. I just thought it was funny and stuff. Normally I could be more expressive about my story times, but I really don't want to mess up on my head, and I'm trying something new. What I normally give myself is a high top fade. It's always been my favorite cut. Even before I learned how to cut my hair. But I just like to make this part bald. I know some people don't make it bald all the time. They like to make it just a low cut, but my hair grows actually pretty quick. My little cousin's texting me. So today is actually one of my little sister's birthday. I have a little sister. Her name is Zoe. I think she turned 7 today, and she's gonna go to Chuck E. Cheese and stuff, which is always the place where the kids like to go. So I'm just gonna go there, stay there for a while, cause I love my sister. And then celebrating her birthday and stuff. But to be honest, I don't like being around kids and stuff for a long time. Meaning, let me change it. I don't like being around a whole bunch of screaming kids that just lose their mind. My sister's not one of them, but it's a simple fact. I'm going to Chuck E. Cheese out of all places, and it's like I can't stay there for long. And plus, me, I'm ready to like get back to the house and go on my game. Like, you know, I don't have really 2 day weekends anymore currently because of my current job. I only have Sundays off, and then like you know work right next to it. So yeah. All right, that part out of the way. So I'm just gonna brush the sides. I'm not finished with my edge up at all. I'm just trying to like minimize some of the hair or whatever to be able to make it better when I actually do. But it's a little process or whatever. But it normally turns out good. What I do, I'm trying to think what I was about to do. All right. So how I do my fades or whatever, I just like I begin with this. Normally you can just like keep like going down and down and down like that, or reverse when you start to fade. But what I do, I keep the blade open on the first line. So right here, I just like go around, just like you know, do an open, of course. And then after, I just stop using this just because I feel like sometimes using this is quicker. But then I change out with different guards. So I start off at like a 1, and then I progress higher. But typically I just stay between like you know 1 and 3. And then yeah, like normally I'm good. So I'm just gonna go around and just start the fading process. Alright, this is what it look like so far. Next thing I'm gonna do is this is my 2mm. Start off with 1mm and then go up. I think I might just stop at a 2 today. Yeah, whenever I cut all my hair off, I think I might just do a low taper for a while, and then when I actually leave, I'm just gonna cut it all bald. That way, it'll be one less thing to do. And like in basic, from what I'm told, whenever you get a haircut, it might seem like it's free, but they take money out of your check. And I'm trying to keep on my damn money because ain't nobody touching my shit. Shoot. Alright, now I'm finna switch to a 2mm. Make sure it actually is 2. Alright. How's it looking on the side so far? Good? This is what I mean. When that light blinks, it got like a lubrication thing. So what I do, I just where's my brush? Here it is. I just like brush this off. Just brush it on the floor. I vacuum my floors regularly anyways. Alright. Just brush. Take the guard off. Turn on the clippers and then just and that light disappears. Alright. Let's try this again. Alright, there we go. And I just need to do a little brushing. And then always, y'all, no matter what, when you get a haircut, just wash your head after. People be like, oh, you're gonna mess up my enhancements and stuff. Just wash your hair. The enhancements actually do mess up. I would just recommend just putting it back on yourself. Like, I know you would want the barber to do it, but I feel like enhancements really wouldn't be that hard. Just get a freaking, I don't know. Alright, pretend this is like, you know, a card or something. And you never spray close, just spray like afar. Just, that's all you gotta do. Me, I don't really mess with the enhancements. I'm thinking about doing it, but I feel like you should only use enhancements. I feel like if you're gonna go to like, you know, a nice event or something like that, I feel like for daily wear, like, no. Cause be honest, like, you're gonna end up sweating and stuff, especially if you're a Floridian like me, and it just gets crazy hot out of nowhere. Nobody wanna have black stuff just dripping on their forehead, so no. We don't do that over here. Don't come for my edges right now, y'all. I'm gonna fix it, I promise y'all. Alright. How look, y'all? Edge on good, ain't it? Hold on. And then over here, what I do right here, I normally just go all the way back here and then just make a part. So that's what I'm about to do next. It's my signature thing. I know it's like a older thing, but I feel like nobody do it nowadays. I be trying to like stand out like a little bit, whatever. So I'm gonna put this part in now. There we go, y'all. How that look? It's a good little fade, touch up, and do a 360. And then I gotta wash my head, so I'm just gonna keep brushing and stuff. Make sure it's gonna stay good, and make sure I don't have to do like any more fading or anything. Oh, I gotta fix the part a little bit more. Hold on. There we go. And we're good. Now, I was thinking about doing like a cut on my eyebrow. I'm kind of like scared to. Should I do it? I don't know. I'll think about it. Maybe another video, but yeah, it's all I do for my haircut. It's not too much. It's just a touch up for what I normally do for myself. And then yeah, we're cool. We got the fade. It looks ashy right now, but don't worry, because when I wash my hair, I'm going to moisturize it and stuff. I'm going to show you what it looks like when I get out of the shower. So I'm going to be right back. Y'all, my clippers broke. I was trying to vacuum and stuff. I accidentally hit the TV tray and it just fell. And from what I learned, rule number 1, never drop your clippers and stuff, meaning to where they'll never work the same and stuff. And these actually just broke. It actually wasn't like broke like this. I was like, I turned it on and I noticed it just sounded weird, and I noticed it was loose. So when I moved it, it just broke. So dang, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I could fix this or not, but I'm probably just gonna buy new ones, to be honest with you. Shoot, I'll have some new ones back in time before I cut my hair again. But I didn't even get to wash my head yet, but I'm about to. And then do my skincare routine and then get dressed. So yeah. Alright, I'm back. I just finished taking my shower, washing my hair, and yeah, looks pretty good. But now I'm gonna do my skincare routine. My ear. Ooh. Anyways, I'm finna wash. No, I'm finna do my skincare routine and put on my clothes and then get ready to leave to my sister's birthday party. And yeah, I'm gonna be right back. I don't know if I showed y'all my skincare routine already, but I don't know. I'm gonna just show y'all again anyways. Alright guys, I didn't get to show y'all, but I just put my toner on first, and then I just like go around all on my face or whatever. I would do it one more time, but to be honest, it really wasn't that much dirt on here. Normally I try to keep going until like, you know, the pad is like actually like, you know, like clean, but it's not that much like dirt on it compared to like what it normally is. It's because like literally I use my cleanser like twice in the shower. I normally do it one time, but since I wash my hair, I don't like the shampoo and conditioner stick to your skin, because I believe like, you know, it's good to wash your head first, then wash the rest of your body, because I feel like that's how you get body acne. Like if you just like clean your body first and then like you leave the shampoo and conditioner like on there. So yeah, we're gonna do that. And then what I do next? So what I do next, I put on my serum. This is my serum that I use in the daytime. It's pretty cool. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's called Sui or Sue, whatever. But it has revitalizing multivitamins in here, and the main ingredient is niacinamide. And I actually have this in my nighttime moisturizer.
Oh, I have that. It's really good.
Alright, vlog, I'm back. My camera battery died. I thought my spare battery was charged, but it was not. So I'm just going to remember where the footage was and try to edit it together whenever I have the chance. But yeah, back to this serum. I only use one dosage of it. Make sure it's like all the way. I'm trying to get the camera to focus. Yep. Ugh, let me put this down. Alright. About right there. And you just fill it up. And then what I do, I don't put it just anywhere. I put it in the areas where like, you know, when I'm stressed, I put it in the areas where like you can see the stress at. So I'll put it one drop up here, one drop down there, one between the eyebrows, and then I'll put cheek, cheek, other cheek, other cheek, down. And then after I get to the main areas, I'll just like do whatever, and then boom. Then how I put the serum on, I don't always rub it. I just like dap it in like so. And then try to put a little bit on the night, and then we're good. So I just like fan, try to dry it real quick, of course. And then it's time to put on my daytime moisturizer. This is one that I use. The camera's flipped around. I might try to flip it around when I edit it, but it's called CeraVe facial moisturizing lotion. So the thing is about this, I used to use the Cetaphil moisturizing cream, but Cetaphil, they only have SPF 35 in there, and this one got SPF 50. And to be honest, I like how this one feels on my skin better. Cetaphil, I used it a long time. It's not bad at all, but the problems that I did have with Cetaphil is when it don't finish like settling in my skin like how it's supposed to. I could be outside, like, you know, in the sun, or like doing an outside activity, and when I sweat, you can see the product like start like leaving, and I don't like that white residue and stuff to stay there sometimes. And then if you accidentally put on too much, then it makes it worse. So this one actually like dries to my skin pretty quick, and it also leaves that nice moisturizing glow that you want, because that's what moisturizers are supposed to do. So this is how much I'm gonna put on there. I put on a little bit. Then if I would like more, then I add some more. See, I want some more, so I'm gonna add one more pump. Alright, and then this should be enough. So I just try to get it in my...
You so full of shit. I don't like...
What you talking about, Dana?
Would you third leg? I love to see you when you're disgusted about the idea of being touched without love. Nigga, you gave that bitch herpes.
We're gonna cut that out the video. So
Weirdo.
And here we go. So I'm gonna put on a fit real quick. I'm gonna be right back with y'all, and then I'm gonna go to my sister's party. Alright, so I actually forgot to record what I did for my sister's birthday party. Like I said, it was at Chuck E. Cheese. Nothing like, you know, too crazy or anything. Just a bunch of screaming and hollering kids everywhere. But I stayed there for a while, ate some food, left and went to the hospital again. But right now, I just finished getting ready for work. I did my skincare routine. I took my shower earlier, and I got my work clothes on. And now I'm on my way ahead to work. So later on, I do plan on picking up these HomePod minis. Getting 3 of them for like a really good deal, and I'm actually looking forward to it. So I've always wanted a HomePod mini, but it's never been like a necessity. I'm somebody that just love Apple products. Like, you know, I got, you know, the Mac, the phone, the Apple Watch, the AirPods, the Apple TV. That's the iPad. Yeah, and AirTags, and what else? I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I got that. Ray-Bans aren't in Apple. Okay, they're not Apple. But anyway, but yeah, I got all that stuff, and yeah, I'm looking forward to these HomePod minis, and I'm getting 3 of them, which is crazy. And you can actually like do a lot when you have multiple like ones of them, and then it's like, you know, I can always keep it, and then whenever like, you know, I get out of my parents' house and get like, you know, my own place, either while I'm in the Air Force and when I get out, then, you know, I could be able to connect it to the alarm system or to some blinds and curtains. It's gonna be cool. But yeah, I'm gonna head to work, and I'll try to be back with y'all. Alright, y'all, I'm back. I should have been recording in the store. I got Zara over here. I'm gonna add her Instagram on this video. But we went to Paxson's, got some stuff, got some earrings from Spencer's. My cousin Romario down from the Air Force. I'm gonna put his TikTok in here because he don't got Instagram. He don't got Instagram no more. But what all you got?
Tell him what you got. He got
Yes,
some
sir.
I got Polo. I got Zoomies. I got Polo Food. I got down Coin, and I got Paxson.
And what all you got?
Damn, why y'all? I'm just like,
We finna go out to eat now, so I might try to vlog that too.
this food looks so good.
We're finna dine and eat it. I'm gonna show you it.
Or fucking
No, like you can't really like get all of it that
Porch monkey.
It's kind of hot. Old folks like that, and I'll give them this vegetables. I need vegetables. You gotta FaceTime me and try to
Ow. I'm tender-headed.
Oh. Alright, y'all, I'm back. And I just came back from Crumble Cookie. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. So when I get to the house, I think I'm gonna try each one in front of y'all. Hold on, let me see. I'm trying to add more lighting here. All right, I'm gonna try more of like, you know, the cookies in front of y'all. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna split each cookie in quarters and stuff and like try each one, but I'll be back. All right, I'm back, y'all. Let me calm down. I just finished taking a shot earlier. I'm good though. I just feel, you know, awake. I was feeling like a little tired earlier. I'm good now. So we're gonna try this right here. I'm gonna turn my camera around. All right, so I cut it in fourths already. So this is what I do. I get a knife and I cut it myself because Crumble Cookie like to come with the cookie cutter thing, and it cuts like it in, you know, in quarters. And then I'm like, I'm not gonna be spending. Oh shoot. I'm not finna be spending that much on a cookie cutter. It's like $5 something. I'm like, no, like you gotta be crazy just to buy something that cuts it in quarters when you can just cut it yourself. So yeah, we're gonna try that right now. Oh shoot. Alright, y'all, I'm at my aunt's house and I forgot to bring my tripods. I'm trying to concentrate. I forgot to bring my tripod, so we're just gonna do it right here. I actually got the camera sitting on some pillows right now. But here is what I got. So this right here is Dubai chocolate. Right here. And I actually never had Dubai chocolate before. And then this other one right here is caramel apple pie. And it got pieces of the pie like in here. And then this right here is snickerdoodle, which I know I'm gonna like because I like snickerdoodle. And then this right here is like strawberry shortcake cheese. I'm probably gonna put the flavors on here. And this is the flavors that they have this week. So I'm gonna try it. So we're gonna go. I've always wanted Dubai chocolate and wanted to try it. I never had it before, so I'm gonna try it now. This is really good. This is really good. The chocolate is really good. It's some crunchy stuff on top of it. I don't know what it is, but I'm a texture person. I don't like the texture of the crunchy stuff at all, but the chocolate is most definitely good. I don't know what that stuff is. If y'all know what that stuff is, could you put it in the comments, please? The next thing I'm gonna try is this strawberry. Actually, hold on. I'm just gonna look at the flavors right now. Hold on. You said what, Devin? You're not finna feed me no cat nothing, okay? I don't want no cat food. You are cat food. How about that? How about that, Devin? Okay, so Google on their Crumble website says it's strawberry cake cookie. So we're gonna try this one. This one's really good. This one's really good. I'm trying to compare it to something. I don't know, but it tastes like childhood. It reminds you of your childhood when you bite into it. It's really good. And then it got like some stuff like in between in the middle. It's really good. And now I'm gonna try this caramel apple. I'm gonna try to get a piece of the apple on here too. This is good. When I eat this, it reminds me of fall weather. It does most definitely taste seasonal. And it fits. I can kind of get apple pie from it. And now we're gonna try snickerdoodle, which I already know I'm gonna like, so that's why I just did it last. I'm not gonna say it tastes bad, but I like snickerdoodles, but it's like something. This don't got like enough cinnamon to it, I would say, and this tastes very like. It's more doughy and chewy more than anything. Like, sort of like it kind of tastes like undercooked, underbaked. I don't like this one. I don't like it at all. I don't like it. Dubai chocolate, it was really good. I just don't like the consistency that's on top of it. But my favorite one, I would say caramel apple. Plus, it makes me feel kind of healthier having like pieces of apple on it. But I'm gonna finish
trying to eat these, I guess. I'm probably gonna give the snickerdoodle one to my little cousin, but I'm gonna show like the box itself somewhere in the vlog. And I'm gonna go back and hang with my cousin. So I'll be back with y'all.